field.
Yeah, so she got to take it, so
Okay. Well, since you're here, I can open us up. Okay.
yeah,
And
go
then
on.
I can start asking you questions and we can just go back and forth on the topic. Okay.
All right, no problem.
All right. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the first installation of Chats with Jazz. I bring kingdom minded entrepreneurs, creatives, leaders, people in ministry to this chat so that one, we can learn about who they are, what they do, and why they do it, but also so we can have candid conversations so that all of you guys can ask us questions. Our first guest is none other than Yinka. He is the founder of the Melanin People app. And Yinka, can you tell the people who you are?
Yeah, my name is Yinka. It's a Yinka, and yeah, I'm the founder of the Melanin People app. It's an app for Black and brown people of color, and all the people that love Black and brown people can also use the app. So it's an app that's focused on Black economics. We're pretty much focused on social business interactions. And because we want to increase the black dollar and we want more circulation of the black dollar to move from a black house to a black house. Doesn't mean we won't shop at Macy's, or we won't go shop at Kroger, we won't buy Nike. It's not, that doesn't mean we won't buy that, but we want to have a conscious interaction with our money and have a conscious interaction when we're exchanging our money from one hand to the other. So this ecosystem is going to help us because we'll be able to find ourselves easily. For example, if I'm looking for a plumber, I should be able to just know, all right, let me just go to Melanin People. I'll be able to find one close by, instead of going to Google and having all these, different options that most of us we won't even get to the first page of Google because we don't have that kind of money to do search engine optimization. All right. So those are the challenges that we face from Black business owners, Black professionals, Black artisans, and that's what we're trying to solve right here. We're not trying to create a racial divide. We're just trying to create a sense of Black economics. We want us to understand that we spend trillions of dollars, and we need to have that money in our community. That money has to make sense, okay?
Okay.
In our community. So that,
Absolutely. And I love that. And that leads us into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is about collaboration over competition. And I know when women will create these brands and it's so woman focused and like it's only to help women grow and all the things. Actually, my brand is very unique because I am for men and women. Engineering is what bridged the gap for me. So I don't just talk to the ladies, I talk to the ladies and the men. And honestly, it makes for good conversation.
yep.
So Yinka, when you think about collaboration over competition, can you tell me some of the first things that come to your mind and how, we could do better as a race, or if we are doing really good and you want to highlight that?
Yeah, when I think about collaboration, over competition, the first thing that comes to my mind is not money. I'm thinking about how can I help Jasmine? How can I um, see what Jasmine needs and be able to provide it at the same time, see what um, uh, Jasmine can do for me, right? And when we talk about collaboration, I'm not looking at competing with Jasmine,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially in the space that we have. Most of us we're doing almost the same thing, or we're doing something that's gonna it aligns. And if we think about it well in our space, we realize that what you're doing and what I'm doing, it's for the benefit of the community,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when you look at it from that perspective, you're not thinking about the first thing that comes to my mind is not all right, collaboration. So all right, so how much money you gonna pay? No, because sometimes I mean, it's not even sometimes. Most of us, like 95% of Black businesses, Black entrepreneurs, don't even have the money.
Yeah.
They just have some kind of vision and they're walking by faith, and they just believe that this is going to work no matter what. And sometimes they look and see, all right, this person has, especially on Instagram, I'll use that example. All right, this person has 100,000 followers. Let me just approach this person, see, all right, can I collaborate with you? All right. But at the same time, I don't want us to approach people for collaboration and be wanting everything for free, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I'm looking at a small business, like I checked once someone's page, wanted to collaborate, and I mean, I couldn't ask. I was looking at the kind of business they're doing, they're trying to come up. I can't ask them to come pay me $300 for a magazine feature. I can't. I mean, it doesn't even feels right to me from because I know that I've been struggling a lot for like the 2 years that I've been working in this melanin people, trying to reach out to people. Most of the time, like 97%, I don't get nothing free. Everybody wants money. Everybody wants money. Everybody wants money. And the kind of money people ask for is the kind of money I don't have because I don't have angel investors or venture capitalists or nothing. So now when people come around and say collaboration, I want us to have the mind that collaboration is not free, right? So if you don't have money, there has to be something that the other person can gain from you.
Like bartering, right? Like
Yeah, it's
bartering.
like, yeah, trade and barter, right? So there has to be something the other person can, like, what are you bringing to the table? That should
Yeah.
be the first question that you should ask yourself before you go ahead and, ask people for collaboration. What are you bringing to the table? What am I bringing to the table? And for people that are doing well, or doing better than some of us, I would encourage them or employ them. Like, sometimes just look at the other person. I know you've worked so hard. That's what I hear. All right, we've worked so hard to get to this point. Fine. But if you work so hard to get to this point, you understand the problems
Yeah.
and the bottlenecks that you experience, like to get to the point where you are. And sometimes to get to the point where you are right now, someone had to help you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure not everybody that helped you asked told you that, oh, bring $5,000, bring 7,000. No. So you have to put yourself in some other people's shoes. That's the way that I see. And I mean, it's no competition. No competition right here. We're working together for the same cause. Sometimes when you even realize that someone can do something better than you, that you're trying to do, there's no need for you to be doing the same thing. I mean, if you're trying to do the same thing, you can't do it. I mean, if I'm trying to do what you're doing right now, like talking to different kinds of people, different kinds of businesses, trying to see how you can help them, I can I don't have time for that. I can't do that, right? I mean, I can do all things through Christ, blah blah blah, but I can't do that. So why should I even want to start doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
right? I don't need to do that. If I have money right now, if I have angel investors and money comes in, I would say, Jasmine, I know you have your own company, but can you do this for me on a contractual basis? And because I know you can do it, so I don't want to be wasting my own time calling people around. I know you can call them. I know you can talk. I know you can go to TV or radio. Can you help me do that? No one's gonna know you don't work for melanin people. At the same time, if you go out there, you can still bring out your card and say, I'm the CEO of Jasmine Employed. It doesn't really matter. No one's gonna know. So that's for me, that's what I see as collaboration. There's no competition right here. I'll give you an
Good.
example. I try to publish, I went to online, I'm not gonna mention the name of the company. It's a big black business magazine. And we all know if I mention it, everyone knows. I try to go to the website. They had a free section where you can put in your press release and all that stuff. Um, and I went there, I put my press release, everything. The next morning, they said rejected. Rejected for what? And the same thing that got published on Newswatch and every other place, they rejected it. I try to put my app on another person's page. I didn't know what they were doing. It's a group on Facebook, Black group. About 1.8 million people are there. And I
Yeah.
realized, well, I built this app for Black people, and this is 1.8 million people right here. I emailed them and said, can we collaborate?
Yeah.
And if you want me to pay some kind of money, how much am I gonna pay? I was willing to pay. Those guys, they blocked me from their Facebook page.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, it is. So this past 3 4 weeks has opened my eyes to a lot of stuff in the Black community. And we I've seen some questions in some groups 2 days ago. Yeah, and the guy was asking, "Are we ready for a Black Wall Street?" In my head, I'm like, "We're not ready
Yeah.
because to build anything, you have to be what do you call it? We have to be in unity,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
not competition." All right, so these people that blocked me out from their 1.8 million followers, I realized that they also were trying to do like kind of thing that melanin people was doing.
Right.
So that was the problem. It was a conflict of interest, but they could have just explained that, oh, this is what we're trying to do something, it's in the works, and all that stuff. So they released their own website and stuff. I mean, not like melanin people, but the same idea, the same concept because they have this much people. But the work they did, really, really bad. It's not, it can't, that shouldn't represent people of color. That shouldn't, if you're using Facebook and you're using Snapchat and you're using all this big, um, like we're using Instagram right now. You see how beautiful it is? I can hear you, you can see me. I can see everything you're doing. Really
Yeah.
nice. That's what you need to build. Don't
Right.
build.
Hold on, Yinka, 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 Yinka. Hold on, cause you like to talk. I can already feel it right now. I can already sense it right now. So you going into another topic. Hold on.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So I want to add my piece on what collaboration over competition means to me, and then we can go over to the intellectual capital of Black creatives and Black
Mm-hmm.
technology, and like how our ideas are somewhat taking us. That could be our next point if you cool with that, right?
All right.
Okay, bet. So collaboration over competition, what it means to me is I moved from Arkansas to Texas, Texas to New York, New York to Austin, Dallas, then Austin, then back to Dallas. So I've lived a lot of parts of the U.S. I won't say that I mean, I've been all the way around, but I've had to live in different parts of the world. And I had no choice that when I moved, I had to collaborate. I could not compete with people that I had no foundation with. So when I went to Prairie View A&M University, I had no friends. I had no support group. I had no network. You can't be somebody that ain't got nobody trying to compete with everybody. That don't make sense. Right? So in order for me to gain the friendships, for me to build the relationships, I had to one, see how can I be of value to someone else?
Mm.
How can I offer my skills, my expertise, my personality, whatever it is that I have? I may not have much, but what can I offer to this other individual? So not only can we begin to form a relationship, nothing serious like romantic, but so that we can begin to rub shoulders, iron sharpen iron. And in engineering, if you did not, and I repeat, if you did not form alliances, you was gonna fail. That was just it on it. You wasn't gonna be able to get through school without it. So for me, collaboration over competition means that I don't know everything. And I'm going to be pushed into spaces and places where I am going to need other people. When I moved to New York, I didn't have a group anymore. I leaned towards my AKAs. I leaned towards my Goldman Sachs people that I went to work with. When I moved back to Texas, I had to try to find a new network. So it's just like, no matter where you live, you are going to have to plant yourself with a group of people that are going to push you right
Yeah.
into the next dimension of who you're called to be. Now, you can't be somebody that you move and you think you know it all, and I guess your clout from college is going to save you, because that don't work in the real world. Let's be honest, Yinka. If everything you did in college mattered out of college, then we all would be rich right now.
Yep. It don't matter.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
matter. So collaboration over competition means I'm not trying to steal your shine. I'm not trying to take your thunder. I want to empower the person that you are, and let me amplify with the skills that I have. Let's be humble. Let's open and transparent so that we can help one another. And Yinka, that's how you found me. I don't know what I did or if I just pinged you. I don't know what happened, but like, you were so kind, so nice. I met your freaking daughters. They're beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh, like they look like twins, like triplets over here. And it was just like, he's another man in the community trying to raise the voices of Black entrepreneurs, Black creatives, Black professionals, so that we can come together, so that we can barter with our services, so that we can know about the products and services that we can give each other, because ain't nobody gonna support us like our own. And I
I
hope
mean,
people
that's the truth.
understand that.
That's the truth. I mean, we're not trying to cause a racial divide. Like someone says, "Oh, is melanin people not mildly racist?" I said, "What do you mean? You gonna tell me that the Society of Black Engineers is racist?
No,
It's not.
no, there's a gap in the market. There are not a lot
It's
of Black
not.
engineers, just like there are not a lot of apps that
Yep.
actually promote just Black people as a whole. So we can go to the next topic, which is the intellectual capital of Black talent, Black products, Black art, Black creators, Black professionals, what have you. We as Black people dominate Instagram, we dominate Facebook, we dominate
Yep.
Twitter, we dominate
Yep.
TikTok, we dominate what's the next thing that comes out, Snapchat. We will
TikTok.
dominate it. We will create content for it. We will like make these apps something that's addictive, because to be honest, we create the culture, and then the other people, y'all know who the other people are, they come and they steal
Look,
our ideas, they steal it, but they also have more capital than us. I'll give you an example. Clubhouse is not Black owned, but Black people are up in there making Clubhouse rich. I know I'm guilty. I'm promoting Clubhouse like I'm about to get stocks for it. But to be honest, as an extrovert, it's doing a number for me so that I can network, so that I can be around other people. So it makes me feel good, right? But it's not Black owned, and I feel like there's been conversations on, hey, can we get a Clubhouse that's Black owned so it'll be just for Black people? But how many of us have the intellectual, like, not only capital, but how many of us can go and build an app of that magnitude and do it within 3 months to compete with Clubhouse? Like, it's gonna take us at least 2 to 3 years to get the money, and then you got to work with your developers overseas, you got to go with the UIs, you got to do all the product development. And that honestly is not going to be enough time that Clubhouse is going to be the next Instagram and Facebook.
and
And
when you're
then what
done,
do you do?
and when you're done building it, then you just started. When you
Yeah.
just,
So what has your journey been like, creating your app? What were some of the hurdles that you faced, and like, how have you seen like more Black creatives, and how have you seen the adoption of your product? That's really what I want to know. How many Black people are taking your app seriously, or they're like, nah, I just rather be on Instagram and on Facebook and da da da.
I think most people right now we're not are not taking it seriously, because we're used to Instagram and we feel like, oh, if we go to, this with us signing up, if we use this app, why do I need this app? Why do I
Right.
need this app? Instagram is working, TikTok is working. Why do I need this app? But it boils down to the Black economics. Let me tell you something that I tell people every time.
Yeah.
We Every single one of us, Jasmine, Yinka, my wife, maybe your brothers, your sisters, we
Yeah.
all work. We all work. I wanna tell you something. Maybe you don't know it today. We all work for Facebook.
Oh yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
You work for Facebook for free.
But I'm making it work. I'm learning. I'm monetizing my platform. So I'm figuring out how I can make money from being on here. So I understand we making Facebook money, but guess what? I'm taking my people and we
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah. But
come to
you know
Jasmine
what? You know
community.
what?
So I get what you're saying for sure.
Last year, this platform, Facebook, I'm not talking about Instagram or WhatsApp. This platform on its own made 70 billion US dollars
It's crazy.
on Facebook only.
It's
Instagram,
crazy.
maybe about $51 billion. And WhatsApp, everything is in billions, billions, billions. So the question now is, this money does not trickle down to our community. It
It
doesn't
don't.
trickle, and it
My
doesn't.
student loan still don't pay, Yinka.
It's not providing jobs. It's not providing jobs for us.
Yep.
But that's a topic for another day. So now let me go back to like your question. Let me go back to your question though. And people are trying to adopt it. I mean, not the way that we envisage it to be, because we still have challenges of marketing, advertising, and for example, I try to go on some black pages, I email them and tell them, oh, I want to advertise on your platform, and I know one wants me to advertise for 3,000. One post is gonna be $3,000. Okay. So if I'm doing one post for $3,000, not everyone's gonna see it. I will have to do that maybe like 10 times. So that's 30,000 US dollars on one single page. I've reached out to black comedians, African Americans who have like millions of followers. They asking for the one hacks for 3,000 to go on all three platforms.
Yeah.
That's just the one. And that one told me I would just be able to use that for 9 months. And after 9 months, I can't post that anymore anywhere on the internet. I have to make a new one. All right. So there are people have different structures, different policies that you have to walk through, and everything boils down to money, 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 money. Now that takes it back to venture capitalists and angel investors. So the question is, where we're gonna find these people? Everybody says, "Oh, they're everywhere. They're giving money out." Where you gonna find
They're on Clubhouse.
them?